This is Secrets to Win Big, brought to you by Arjun Sen, an acclaimed brand zen with over 30 years of global impact, who has been called one of the most business intelligent minds. His never-give-up journey in life and business inspired the global blockbuster movie by Shoojit Sircar, I Want to Talk. Find him at www.arjunsen.com. And now, here is your host, Arjun Sen.
Welcome to Secrets to Win Big with Arjun Sen. Today, I have a pleasure of having a repeat conversation with Shoojit. I cannot even call him Shoojit Sircar anymore. I think nearly 4.5 years back, it started in a podcast, and somehow our friendship evolved. It turned into a movie. And a few things Shoojit did would get me out of the world of denial. I was really living in a world of denial every day. So today I want to go straight into the conversation and ask the question I really wanted to ask you, Shoojit, always, but I really needed a camera to ask you. Why did you make this movie?
See, in the first podcast, I started with, "Hello, Mr. Arjun Sen."
Yes.
And now I've come to, "Hello, Arjun da, chalo, ki karo hai, follow." So like that. So,
you even wore a jacket that day. Now
I wore a jacket, it's very difficult to explain and put it in words that why I made this film. I don't have many very rational, logical answers to what you're asking. Cinema or anything that you want to speak, it comes to you. It's somewhere, it sits on you. It goes inside, you absorb, you see. So while possibly talking to you and your journey that I saw, what you told me, initially I never thought that I'm going to make a film. I just thought, okay, let me just have a conversation. Sounds interesting. Mm-hmm. This man has gone through something, so let me just talk to him. It's like that book, like Tuesdays with Maury, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. Where every day a same conversation is happening with his grandfather, who's going through some challenges. So it felt like that I was constantly talking to you. I was having those Zoom addas with you. You were in US, and somewhere possibly while talking, I thought maybe this could be a story to tell. And I discussed with Ronnie, my Lahiri, my friend who produces. I discussed with my writer, that is Ritesh. And they somehow found that while I was talking to them, there was a lot of joy in me while I was talking. They just loved the way I was smiling at them. Mm-hmm. I think somewhere we all connected. Then we said, let's give it a shot and see. And slowly we started working, and we didn't expect that we're going to create something cinematically cinema or something, We thought, let this flow and see where it goes. And I don't know. I mean, we are almost on the release, and we've released the film now. And I don't know how I made it. I think something happens inside you, and you take on, and you just want to tell and express. For me, it was like a conversation that I just wanted to have with an audience.
And I think the word was the adda that you used. From my end, a few things were happening. My wife, Chitra, thought it was very strange that I get excited. Tomorrow morning, there's a conversation with Shoojit Sircar. Very soon it's Shoojit. What are you going to talk about? I don't know. Why do you have a smile on your face? Because people in my life know when there's a smile, either I'm up to something not good.
Something naughty.
Something naughty. And that was the part where there would be times she would even come and say, and just leave. And then, of course, we connected through a common friend, Panchu. When you told me that you're seriously thinking of a movie, I thought it was a prank. I thought it's a bigger prank, Panchu and yourself, you guys are playing, and that was there. But as you were going through the journey, was there a moment when you felt from maybe you want to make the movie? Was there somewhere where the whole thing flipped?
Well, I think I remember that one Zoom conversation where you told me an incident from your life where doctor has given you just 100 days to live, and your daughter comes and asks you, "Ki Baba, will you dance at my wedding?" It's somewhere, because I'm also a father, I have daughters, and somewhere this really stuck and hit me, and that, what will this man will do now who has 100 days to live? How will he react to this, where his daughter is asking, "Will you dance at my wedding?" Because he doesn't know what's going to happen, but will you be there and dance at her wedding?
Mm-hmm.
And then we are talking in a Zoom adda. So that journey from there to here has always, I have always loved these kind of real life, ordinary relationships, which turns out to be so emotional and beautiful, which is difficult to explain in words again. This is like with this question from this 6-year-old, it was just an awe and wonder for me. And that awe and wonder only, I think, possibly made me do this film.
I want to go a little bit into those 100 days. My doctor told me on September 20th that he would not see Christmas that day, here. I'm decently good in math. So right away I started calculating, and he thought it's so strange. Like, he told me less than no Christmas. I start doing the math, and then I look up and I realize it's 96 days without Christmas Day and 97 including Christmas Day. And then, of course, Raka asked the questions. So going to 100 days was a big deal. Okay?
Right.
I thought once I go to 100 days, there would be drum rolls, automatic confetti will fall. It was few days after Christmas. I was in total aloneness. Okay? There's no Christmas tree in the house. Raka is with her mom. There's no need to even shower or shave or do anything. But that's the day what I also learned was this journey is not going to be a one-time journey. Okay. If I play I'm in till the day Mr. D wins, and we don't talk about Mr. D by name anymore.
As you say, you have to score every ball.
Score every ball. Like, one time you're out means game's over. Okay.
Every day, every ball.
Every ball. And there won't be any celebration. Like, there would not be any confetti. That was the big thing that was there was...
Isn't this true for everyone if you see
Absolutely.
it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've taken an example from you. I mean, you became my reference point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's everyone is doing that, batting every day, every ball.
Absolutely. And the thing is, last few days, I was talking to a few IIT friends. Okay.
Right.
Each one of us think our life challenge is big. But when you hear somebody else, one of my friends joins IIT, within the first few weeks loses his dad. He has to go back, take care of everybody, comes back, but he was 100% present with us every day. Another friend of mine leaves IIT. Dad had a business, everything else, but he wanted to do something alone. He gets a second-class ticket, all those in train, to all the way to Kerala to learn about some business. He had no money, no plan. But the thing I start seeing is every one of us, there's a story. And that's the part where the biggest gift you have given me, or a lot of these are, people are sharing these stories with me.
Yeah, so nice.
And Shoojit, it just feels so cool that knowing that I'm talking to all these people who are in front of me, how the story ends, that's very important in these stories, that you want a happy, good way of the story finishing.
See, it's like this, that what I love the most is the life's twists and turns.
Mm-hmm.
So there are two ways to look at it. either I take those twists and turns and take the challenge up front, or let me be in awe of the magic what's happening of an everyday twist and turns. I didn't know that today, I didn't know yesterday that today you're going to sit there, I'm going to sit here. We know we are doing a podcast, but I was thinking I'm sitting there, you're sitting here.
You want to change?
No, that's fine. But just imagine, I'm in awe that today you are sitting here, I'm saying this was not expected for me. Mostly we do podcast here. All our video shows, we do it here. But still I thought I'll be sitting there, you'll be sitting here. So this little twist is also awe for me and a magic for me. So this film, in every turn, is a journey of twists and turns, which I look at it as a wonder.
But I want to build on this. Okay? Each one of us, Shoojit, are a creature of habit. How we get into a situation which is, forget adversity, even not familiar, creates discomfort. You came in, you sat there, you were comfortable. Like, to me, I think that is very important is in life, when change happens, today you're lucky to get the perspective from that which you have never had, okay? And you need to thank me because I came first and giving you that perspective.
Of course.
So I want to go...
please.
No, go for it. You were saying something.
No, I was also saying that, another beautiful thing that stuck with me was the daughter-father relationship. How a daughter-father, while in the film, at the end, the daughter says that, I still wish for that heart-to-heart convo with him. I don't know when will I have this, but this desire is still, remains that, I want to have that heart-to-heart convo. So this dynamics of a daughter-father growing up and their relationship, everything is naked in terms of the relationship, but still there is something that both want to communicate, somewhere reach that point. And both of you are trying, constantly talking through your discussions. And I guess you might have now reached at some point where there is an unconditional understanding.
Yeah, and I think that's the part where I am so glad you put it as daughter-father. Because what happened was, each one of us have the same wealth, 24 hours a day. We steal time from those, especially our kids. And that was the part I realized I really want to work with this person because he's a dad and he understands that daughters come first. So I want to go into the actors. There are a lot of amazing characters in the movie. What's your favorite character in the movie that really jumps out? Of course, don't have to pick Arjun. But if you do, that's okay too.
See, that's a very different. I think this is one that film, the kind of a film where in my repertoire of films, I will just keep it on a top. So, I just enjoyed every scene, every moment there, whether it's
or any of the scenes
But I think the younger Raka and the elder Raka, Rhea, Doctor, they were just beautiful. I'm not talking about AB because AB he's outdone himself. He's just outdone himself. I will really look forward and wish.
Let's talk a little more on you saying AB has outdone. Is the highest compliment he can get. Why that far? What?
The way I want to watch Abhishek, I have tried my best to present him like that. And I thought, for me, who is a really good actor, when that actor really melts in the scene and you don't see the actor, you're seeing the character. Once the actor shouts out as a hero and the actor doesn't shout out, that's what my choices are. That he doesn't shout out in anywhere. He just is flowing as Arjun Sen in the entire film. So this not shouting out and not keeping a signature, okay, here I am as an actor, you see, and sign it on the shot. He's not done that. He just was, silently just got lost in the film. I think that's the brilliance of Abhishek, that on every character, I would say, and including Abhishek.
As I was lucky to watch the movie, of course not as articulate as you, I saw two Abhisheks. One is the person, the thorough gentleman, the amazing human being when he's not on the set.
Oh yes.
He always is in charge. He's always observing that I don't have a beverage. He tells somebody bring the beverage. Like he's in charge. To see the same man when he's behind the camera, he's helpless. Like he cannot even get an appointment with a doctor. He, the word that you have put in my mind, I need to get it out one day, is manipulates his way to get these appointments. And
we all manipulate.
We all manipulate, thank you. But I think that's the part where what I felt was, at no point, that character was that Abhishek Bachchan.
Yeah, of course.
Like this guy is helpless. He has to plead his way through. And think for a second, he has reporting to so many bosses, daughter, doctors, handyman, nurse, like everybody is bullying on this guy. Like he is taking punches everywhere. So I really love the consistency that was there.
Yeah.
I want to push a little bit on Abhishek. Okay? And especially when I see from my life, it helped me connect to multiple phases of my life. Okay? Healthy, down, cancer, surgery, voice gone. How did you keep this movie continuous? Well, you did not make it 5 different Abhisheks. Like, how did you make it?
Well, while we were scripting, we had with Ritesh and also Ronnie being part of it, we had tried that we will concise your journey into some 10 years or 12 years. That was one that we did. Second was, of course, there were 2 parts to the film. One was before that, the daughter says, Baba, will you dance at my wedding? That's part 1. And there's a post is after wedding. So that there's a little different Arjun that we'll see pre and the post, right? How I did it was pure understanding each other. And in this film, my prep was purely, what I did was conversations. So my conversations were all directed towards simple things and understanding. Normally what we do is we read scripts and lines and mug the dialogues. But what I did was I told AB, we're meeting at 2 o'clock. He said, yeah, Dada, 2 o'clock is fine. I said, I hope don't feel sleepy in the afternoon. He said, no, come. So till 5, we'll have chai and we'll just talk about everything around the world. In any subject, we just spoke on those things. That made him understand each other. I was not bothered about the script at all. I said, I will see it, what happens. I will go on the set and display. First is let him understand where I am coming from. So that was the prep. And that's how I think somehow I could manage the consistency. And also I didn't want it to break the schedule of the film in 3 different, time of the year or something. I just went with one flow. I didn't give him any breather to look or think of anything else. With one go, I started, and with one go, I finished. And he was into it. So that possibly might have kept him the consistency. Yeah,
it's absolutely amazing. So let me now take you outside the movie. Personally, what are a few things you're taking with you as you move in the journey forward?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have a difficult time doing what was the next film I'm going to do, and what are the next films I want to make. And because I have writing the script that's the process. Is really fun, but it's laborious too. because there are days when you're blocked with the writer, where you don't know how what's the next step, what we're going to do. So those are the tough days. But with every film, I am evolving as a person, human being, as a director. So what I'm taking is, I'm going to go and watch the film again. I will see what are the other small little mistakes that I've done. I'm not going to repeat the same mistakes in my next film or whatever next I do in my life. And I will try to evolve.
Personally, what are the evolutions based on the movie?
Oh, personally is my problems are just quite minuscule in front of your problems.
And my problems are minuscule compared to somebody else who has bigger challenges.
So whenever I have a little sneeze, and I think, I am sneezing, I think about you, I am sneezing. Just imagine Arjun, what he has gone through. So then it doesn't matter. So my problems are, so you are my thermometer in terms of parameter to check that, my problems are nothing.
So here's a secret. At the end of every doctor's visit or surgery, I ask my doctors to give me a list which goes into a red, yellow, green. Green are things, if it happens, nothing to worry about. Like if I have, let's say, diarrhea, nothing to worry about, okay? That means enjoy. That means that's normal, okay? Yellow is things I need to tell Chitra or Raka. Red means get to the hospital now, okay? Having that clarity is very important.
Very important.
That way, I can live peacefully, and otherwise you always worry about.
I love that.
What is going on?
I love that. I will take this mantra from you.
Yeah, it's all yours, but it's a monthly lease. I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
as
please.
You look at.
No dollars.
I wanted to first ask the question, but then I flipped the question. Initially, I wanted to ask you, what would you change? But I said, no, that's not a fair question. I want to ask you, if you want to refilm the whole movie, what would be one or two scenes you will not change?
I will not change the doctor's diagram when he's sketching.
That's cool, isn't it?
It's just outstanding. It's a cinematic. That's one I will not never change. The daughter coming and asking you, are you hurt?
Mm-hmm.
That I will not change. And the elder daughter on the stairs, that I didn't want it to this, it's you are, it's because of you, your decision was to get, into marriage and do. I didn't ask for this. I think that's a very important thing. And the last one, fourth one I will add, that there's nothing average. There's nothing called average.
Yeah, and especially the scene on the stairs, we look at in any divorce, anywhere on the planet, two people come together with the intent to stay together. They don't come in like leasing a car that 2 years will be together. No, at that point there's an intent, things happen. But once they move on, they both find a way to live. But the child's life changes forever.
Of course.
And that was the big aha that I learned was any child going through a divorce has three realities. Her reality, her dad's reality, and her mom's reality. And she knows those two are messed up. Like those two are not even true because the dad and the mom mix their own realities.
Yeah,
and that
true.
was a big aha for me from that scene, especially the way Ahilya just
I think so.
was amazing in that moment.
Right.
But for me to just sit there, and I was sitting on the couch as this is happening on the stairs, and I was just listening to her, I was like, wow, like it really hit home.
Yeah.
So, you were in Hemet, California. Amazing place for 2 months. What were some of the differences, uniqueness about filming in US, that too in a place like Hemet?
Well, we were filming in US at a time when the entire industry was on a strike. Because the writers' associations, the guild, and the actors and technical team, they were all were on a strike, but we didn't have any choice. So we had to work through non-union actors and technicians and shoot with them. But we were shooting outside LA in Riverside and Hemet, and without the help of this Mr. Kali Prasad, Dr. Kali Prasad Chaudhary, KPC Group, we wouldn't have pulled off this. He came and really gave us a very solid support system. And then all my friends, Shoojit Da, Milan Da, Babli Di, they the way they came to give us this complete support to shoot. Otherwise, this shoot wouldn't have been possible without these people. And also Ronnie taking a solid decision that, okay, we will shoot in Hemet and we will have 35 days to shoot, or 30 to 35 days. And the way Ronnie went out of his way to produce this film is extraordinary. I could not... This was a Ronnie that, who gave... wherever I was little stuck, my bouncing board was Ronnie. And he would say, don't worry, Dada, you move on, you do it, it's fine. Even when I am editing the film, I said, hope this film works, and hope this will, I have made a decent film to watch. He said, don't worry, you just, what you want to make, you make. So I think, and this is my almost first visit to US. I had been there earlier, it was just a 2 days or a 3 days trip, but I actually experienced the US first hand in this film, and I stayed there for 3 months. So it's not easy to shoot in US for an Indian film, and also with budget constraints. But I managed because of my friends, whoever came to support me.
Yeah, and one of the things, watching Ronnie Lahiri from close was his demeanor. The challenges that were being thrown, whether we had a break-in into one of the trucks to other challenges daily, he was the constant energy.
Oh yes, of course, he was.
Like, to me, the whole spirit of never giving up, if you look at, like, this is a guy who has already bought an insurance that whatever happens in life, I'll be the same goofy, calm Ronnie all through. And that was, simply amazing. To wrap this conversation, I think, first of all, I want to thank you for answering a lot of these questions. It's only fair I give you a chance and you don't have to take it. Do you have any questions for me?
Oh yeah, I don't have many questions for you. I just want to ask you that what is the next thing that you want to manipulate to survive?
So let's first get this record straight, okay? In life, every coin has two sides, okay? I can call it urgency. Somebody can call it anxiety. Okay? It's all about perspective, okay?
Of course.
I also feel that every coin has two sides. If you want head, its tail, just flip it. It's very easy.
Right.
So for me, I want to go on record by saying I'm not a manipulator.
Of course not.
I'm a I'm not a manipulator. I'm a yes extractor. Okay? I know you're laughing, but think. Anytime I get a no, it means the referee's whistle went on, game's over. So when you're playing, to get the yes before the whistle goes on, you need to play with hook or by crook.
Yeah.
Nothing's unfair as long as you stay in the legal domain.
Yeah.
And
basically, I have to, means the way in the film we say the doctors will have to score the penalty.
totally.
Yeah. They can't go not scoring it.
So of course I cannot share my game plan with you, but I want to make you feel bad by telling how you have complicated my life. My daughter, my wife, my mom no longer buys my phrase, little surgery. I got away with it. Now they all say, no, there's no little surgery. You always used to lie. My doctors, when they see this, right away will have a smile on their face when I walk in, which means I have to plan my game to the next level.
Yeah, you will have to.
But life will be boring if the game is not moved up. So game on.
Game is on, yeah, absolutely.
And I'm ready.
All right, you're ready. We're all ready with this. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
You've been listening to Secrets to Win Big with Arjun Sen, an acclaimed brand zen with over 30 years of global impact, who has been called one of the most business intelligent minds. To learn more, visit www.arjunsen.com. Share this podcast with your friends and subscribe wherever you like to listen to podcasts.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.